Welcome to A Word of Hope. This is Father Greg Heille in St. Louis on the 4th of July. When I was a college student, I very much enjoyed studying mathematics and literature, but I avoided the reading and the study of history. Now, many years later, it's history that I'm turning to. And just recently, I finished a 600-page tome called America, America, A New History of the New World by Yale University historian Grandin. Grandin begins this fascinating book with a 50-page discussion of Bartolome de Las Casas. Las Casas was there to hear that early and most important sermon in Advent of 1511 by Dominican friar Antonio de Montesinos in Hispaniola, present-day Dominican Republic, and Heille. Montesinos condemned the Encomienda system in which indigenous people were pressed into forced labor in the mines. He said, "Are they not human beings too?" Las Casas was a young encomiendero, and so impressed was he in his continuing relationship with the Dominicans that he surrendered his encomienda. He became a Dominican and preached throughout the Caribbean and Latin America, preached human rights. Grandin points out that it was this pastoral tradition of preaching by the early Dominicans and their dialogue with the Dominican theologians at the University of Salamanca in Spain that led to what we now understand to be the birth of international law. And it is through the lens of this early development in the Americas that Grandin explains his read on history in South America and in North America. He assesses and explains and digs into the colonial system of Latin America and the manifest destiny of the United States. Today, on Independence Day in the United States, one of our readings is from chapter 4 of Philippians, in which St. Paul tells us that the peace of God surpasses all history and understanding of it. He says that we as Christian citizens are called to whatever is true, accurate, honorable, just, pure, pleasing, and commendable. That is our heart's desire as Christian citizens, wherever we may be. And this call requires us not only to learn our history, but to thoughtfully relearn our history.